I can hear the pipe band, so please, those of you here on the patio, make space. Make space for the once-a-year performance of the Calypso Pipe Band and the dancers. Welcome them with applause, please. They appreciate your applause. That's the first of many numbers for the Calypso Pipe Band. Feel free to applaud them regularly and vigorously. The non-craft have left the beach and are on their way to the official non-start line, which is a line that runs off of the dock here at the Sands Boat Club. 5 non-entrants in this year's non-mariners race. We'll give you a breakdown of all of the backstory behind each and every one of them after the Calypso Pipe Band to finish their performance. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the dock side and those out there on the pleasure craft who can hear the stirring sounds of the bagpipes, as led by the Duchess of Mangrove Bay, please show your appreciation for the Calypso Pipe Band. They only perform once a year and only here at the Sands Boat Club as part of the annual Non-Mariners Race festivities. The weather has cooperated, threatening clouds to the west, but brilliant sunshine here at the Sands Boat Club, and the non-craft, as I said, have left the beach, flying the skull and crossbones of the cable ship that is conveniently moored in dockyard every cup match. It's the non-mariners of the Wave Sentinel. And they are sponsored by a variety of English libations, plus some homemade Bermuda swizzle, which I can personally attest has all of the smoothness and the potency of a homegrown variety. Their oars look suspiciously well made, but the two pontoon craft is already broken apart, and they're making their way ever so slowly towards the official non-starting line, which is the dock here at the Sands Boat Club. Coming up behind them, jockeying for position, if that's the word that you can use, is the Wild Chicken. The Wild Chicken is the entrant of the Art Center at Dockyard. And if you get a chance to zoom in with your extra long lenses, the artistic value of that rooster is really quite something. Decorated in a variety of pastel shades, hand-painted. It's being propelled by mop handles stuck in the mouths of rubber chickens. And apparently they had to import the rubber chickens because you can't get rubber chickens in Bermuda. This is what I was told. And this is their ode to Bermuda's new national bird, the feral chicken. As you know, Bermuda is plagued by feral chickens. They're often maligned and frequently misunderstood. Bermuda's unofficial national bird is rarely seen in the water except for today, here in Mangrove Bay, during this non-mariners race. And this is largely due to the fact that feral cats cannot swim. So this feral chicken feels no problem at all in being out there on the water. The wild chicken prefers to frequent golf courses, supermarket car parks, and roadways around the island. While it is elusive and shy and normally shuns larger two-legged species, the wild chicken is well known to all of us. And even though it's not like the long-tail and tells us when spring is here, because the wild chicken can be seen all year round. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the entrant from the Art Center at Dockyard, the wild chicken. Coming up on the inside is Ted Gosling and a crew of family members and friends with their non-craft. Ted is one of those fellows that keeps coming back year after year after year. This is, appropriate enough, My Corona. And they had requested from the DJ a instrumental version of that song that was a hit by the Knack called My Sharona. But this tells you how far DJing has come. The DJ said, we can't get any Wi-Fi here in the club, so I can't find that number. So, okay, so Ted and his crew will have to do it a cappella. Okay, good. And you've got enough salt water in your lungs now. We won't have to listen to you sing for the rest of the non-race. In behind, you have two marvelous non-craft. The one with the high sail, which is made from found materials, and actually, folks, that is a foiling catamaran. It's a foiling non-catamaran because it's actually got Reynolds wrap on the mast, and that's the closest they're going to get to foiling. It's the low-budget Bermuda entry version in this year's America's Cup. That's a foiling catamaran, and it's held aloft by recycled pure water 5-gallon containers. So after you lot desecrated the pure water bottles with swizzle over cup match, they recycled them, and that's what they use for buoyancy. Their captain is Mr. Alex Jones. They're not using carbon fiber, they're using cardboard fiber, and they've decided to everyone get in the water and push. And then coming up, it's a two-sided non-craft. The Mariners Rugby Club, always hard work. This one is delightful. It's got so many satirical comments in it. I had to make 2 sets of notes. It's a two-sided non-craft. On the side that's facing the dock, you have the Non-Tourism Information Center with the door boarded shut, which is bringing back memories of when the visitor center in St. George's was unceremoniously shut down. Then the center column is Beans and Non-Casino. Of course, the opposition leader, Mr. Mark Bean, owns a betting shop. Those of you that are not up on your news. And the reference to 10-cent slots, S-L-O-T-S, is a very tongue-in-cheek reference to the court case that's currently before the courts when Mr. Bean was reputed to have called a member of the OBA. Well, we won't go into that because this is a family audience. But nonetheless, the 10-cent slots, S-L-O-T-S, is a reference to that. And then you've got the St. George's plan for renovations, and then beautiful sign down below, split with the Canadian maple leaf, coming soon, Bermuda's nice new airport A, which of course is a reference to the fact that a Canadian governmental quango has been recruiting a Canadian construction firm to build the new airport. And then the blue panel on this side is something that the Mariners Rugby Club are particularly keen for those of you who are into social media to latch onto. A fairly famous DJ, Jillionaire, apparently made a disparaging remark about Bermuda and says that Bermuda smells like a dead whale. So the folks from the Mariners would like you to go on, I guess it's Twitter, with the hashtag Major Loser, and let's trend this one, that Jillionaire is Jillionaire is rude, as we say in Bermuda. He's just rude. And then on the flip side of that great non-craft, which is actually propelling itself quite far, it's a two-sided and multifaceted. They've got lots of engines on either side. They've got a reference to the economic situation here in Bermuda on the other side with a little booth called Bob's Fried Fish. This is replete with images of parrotfish. And you will remember the news story where fisheries found somebody out spearfishing and they couldn't catch the guy, but they managed to find close to 40 speared parrotfish laying on the bottom. And the theory being that people are in such economic straits that they have to go out and spear fish, apparently protected species like parrotfish, to feed their families. The centerpiece of the flip side of that non-craft, the side that's facing the pleasure craft fleet, is the Bank of Mama Fahey, which is a reference to yet another case that's soon to be heard in the courts about the alleged non-bribes being paid into the account of Senator Mike Fahey's mother. And as they say, mum's the word, or as they say in Bermuda, mum's the word. There's a sign bringing up the whole waterfront lease debacle, McLean's waterfront, as well as the fact that the Parleville parking lot in Hamilton is now owned by a Mexican construction company. And they're planning to put up a hotel there called Nuevo Hotel Mañana. So there's a whole lot of stuff on the other side of that non-craft, and I hope it gets out there and makes it back, because the pièce de la résistance, if you will, in that side of the non-craft is a homage to the bras on the cabinet ground fence incident earlier on, which I'm being told by the Duchess of Mangrove Bay, she very happily contributed 4 of her bras for that non-craft. So I'm not sure how she's jiggling home now, but that's okay. The Mariners Rugby Club have done a great job in this year's non-event, and we're very, very happy that they continue to put in the time and the effort to add to the atmosphere of this year's non-event. I'm very impressed, although it's not quite with the rules, with the sale of the ACBDA El Cheapo version foiling catamaran. It actually looks very much like a homemade windsurfer out there. They picked up the pallets from Telford Electric this morning, so it's actually keeping very much in the rules, such as they are, of the non-Mariners event, which says that you really should not use brand new material. You should also not propel it with anything that resembles a motor or an oar. And yet that non-craft looks quite nice sitting up there as it is. I'm not quite sure whether they're making any progress or not. The Mariners seems to have decided to just turn around so that everyone on the pleasure craft fleet can see the other side, and us folks here on the dock side can see the reverse, so that everyone gets exposed to their satirical bent on this non-Mariners race day. You will soon be able to see the 4 bras as contributed by the Duchess of Mangrove Bay, for those of you who are looking for a major photo opportunity. They're on the shore side of that non-craft right now. For those of you who are out on the water, I do hope you're enjoying yourselves. I'm very happy to report that the Marine Police are patrolling up and down, and that we have no jet skis in this area. Jet skis have been banned by the authorities in the entire Mangrove Bay area.
I work for you.
We would ask those folks to please keep an eye out. There are many people in the water with noodles. They're not all above the water in rubber rings or in inflatable boats. Sometimes you'll see just a head bobbing up and down. So please do take care. Non-craft especially, you're often moving slowly, but we do encourage you, let's practice safety out there on the waters of Mangrove Bay. Congratulations go to the team at Somerset and to all of the supporters. And this is the perfect way to cap off your holiday weekend, spending it in and around the Sands Boat Club. Obviously no invitation was needed. The pleasure craft fleet assembled from early this morning. I spoke to one lady here on the shore. She was here at 8 o'clock and staked out her spot right on the rocks alongside the club. It is wonderful to see how much the event has grown out on the water, but I would take this opportunity to let those within the sound of my voice know that a non-race without non-craft really is a non-event. This year we have 5 non-craft, albeit of great quality. Great satirical quality, so-so workmanship, but that's not the issue. The issue is the satirical content and the thought and the fun that goes in with it. So I would like to plant the seed here and now for non-Mariners of the near future. Please think about participating next year. Let's try and fill the beach at Mangrove Bay with non-craft so that we can have an even more fun-filled non-Mariners race 2016.